Warmest greetings to all my incredible subscribers and new viewers alike. Welcome, friends, to our video dedicated to Generalized Second Price Auction. Let's dive right in and uncover its wonders. The Generalized Second Price Auction (GSP) is a non-truthful auction mechanism for multiple items. Each bidder places a bid. The highest bidder gets the first slot, the second highest, the second slot, and so on, but the highest bidder pays the price bid by the second highest bidder, the second highest pays the price bid by the third highest, and so on. First conceived as a natural extension of the Vickrey auction, it conserves some of the desirable properties of the Vickrey auction. It is used mainly in the context of keyword auctions, where sponsored search slots are sold on an auction basis. The first analyses of GSP are in the economics literature by Edelman, Ostrowski, and Schwartz, and by Varian. It is used by Google's AdWords technology and Facebook. Now, let's redirect our focus towards formal model and discover its significance in our narrative. Suppose that there are n bidders and kn slots. Each slot has a probability of being clicked by. We can assume that top slots have a larger probability of being clicked, so k. We can think of nk additional virtual slots with click-through rate 0, so m0 for kmn. Now, each bidder submits a bid bi, indicating the maximum they are willing to pay for a slot. Each bidder also has an intrinsic value for buying a slot vi. Notice that a player's bid bi doesn't need to be the same as their true valuation vi. We order the bidders by their bid, let's say bn, and charge each bidder a price pi. The price will be 0 if they didn't win a slot. Slots are sold in a pay-per-click model, so a bidder just pays for a slot if the user actually clicks in that slot. We say the utility of bidder I who is allocated to slot I is UI of IPI. The total social welfare from owning or selling all slots is given by SWI of I. The expected total revenue is given by TRIFI. Let's transition to GSP mechanism and uncover its significance. To specify a mechanism, we need to define the allocation rule, who gets which slot, and the prices paid by each bidder. In a generalized second price auction, we order the bidders by their bid and give the top slot to the highest bidder, the second top slot to the second highest bidder, and so on. Then, assuming the bids are listed in decreasing order bn, the bidder bidding bi gets slot I for 1 ik. Each bidder winning a slot pays the bid of the next highest bidder, so pi bi1. As we enter this new phase, let's navigate the complexities of non-truthfulness and discover its practical applications. There are cases where bidding the true valuation is not a Nash equilibrium. For example, consider two slots with 1 and 0.4 and 3 bidders with valuations 7, 6 and 1 and bids 7, 6 and 1 respectively. Thus, 6 and 1. The utility for bidder 1 is of 6, 1. This set of bids is not a Nash equilibrium, since the first bidder could lower their bid to 5 and get the second slot for the price of 1, increasing their utility to 1 to 0.4. Now, let's delve into the intricacies of equilibria of GSP and explore its various aspects. Edelman, Ostrowski, and Schwartz, working under complete information, show that GSP in the model presented above always has an efficient locally envy-free equilibrium, i.e., an equilibrium maximizing social welfare, which is measured as SWI if our bidder I is allocated slot I according to the decreasing bid vector, Bn. Further, the expected total revenue in any locally envy-free equilibrium is at least as high as in the truthful VCG outcome. Bounds on the welfare at Nash equilibrium are given by Cardenas et al., proving a price of anarchy bound of 1.282. Dutting et al. And Lucy et al. Prove that any Nash equilibrium extracts at least 1/2 of the truthful VCG revenue from all slots but the first. Computational analysis of this game have been performed by Thompson and Lighton Brown. Get ready for a thought-provoking discussion as we delve into GSP and uncertainty and its impact on our understanding. The classical results due to Edelman, Ostrowski and Schwartz and Varian hold in the full information setting when there is no uncertainty involved. Recent results as Gomez and Sweeney and Cardenas et al. And also empirically by Afi and Nikipelov discuss the Bayesian version of the game where players have beliefs about the other players but do not necessarily know the other players' valuations. Gomez and Sweeney prove that an efficient equilibrium might not exist in the partial information setting. Cardenas et al. Consider the welfare loss at Bayes-Nash equilibrium and prove a price of anarchy bound of 2.927. Bounds on the revenue in Bayes-Nash equilibrium are given by Lucia et al. And Cardenas et al. Get ready for an exciting exploration as we unravel the mysteries of budget constraints. The effect of budget constraints in the sponsored search or position auction model is discussed in Ashurji et al. And in the more general assignment problem by Goel et al. And Dutting et al. Remember, knowledge is power. Keep learning, growing, and exploring.